I know some of you guys out there would love to be a model. So how about we let her introduce herself?
Hi, my name is Mellisa Lesilale. I'm a commercial model. Yes, probably you want to know what a commercial model is. There's runway model, then there's commercial model. So the commercial model, what do we do? Because you're also a commercial model. Okay, a commercial model, you're picked to do adverts, to do billboards, to just represent brands basically.
Would you like to be a commercial model, a runway model instead of a commercial model if you had the chance to?
Let me see. Yeah, I enjoy the commercial model part of it simply because I get to play different roles. The runway model, not so bad, but I think the commercial part of it is because you can be either a mother, you can either play as a mother, as a young girl, as a bride, anything.
How is it like being a commercial model?
It's actually fun. What I can say that is different right now from when we started is the exposure.
Yeah.
Right now the exposure is so much rather than the way before, because there's social media, so you can market yourself in terms of those platforms. There are challenges also. Most people think it's, looking pretty, smile,
Yeah.
makeup on. There are challenges. You have to know your lines when you have a shoot that has lines.
Yeah.
You have to know how to execute it in terms of your facial expressions, like smiling, being sad, being happy. Those are the challenges. But it's an exciting field to
Okay.
be.
Have you ever been a runway model?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Okay, so when you were a runway model, how was it like?
It was nice. Because most runway models are thin. I'm not saying you need to be thin. You are okay with your body type. So with my body type, I had to do a runway modeling for gowns. Ah, yes, for gowns.
Wow.
Bridal gowns. Samantha Bridal, I've done for Samantha Bridal also.
Wow.
It's intense because the cameras are on your face and you're like, oh my
Yeah.
God, oh my God, oh my God.
Where did you get the thought of becoming a model?
I'm from Coast, Mombasa, so I came to Nairobi to study. So when
Yeah.
I was studying, I heard about auditions. So I went to audition. Actually, you have to audition to get jobs. So I auditioned, and then I got my first role. And then from there, I became consistent. Not all auditions I got, but I was consistent, going to the auditions over and over again.
Yeah.
And then they identify your face, and then sometimes you just get called for jobs simply because of the previous job you did.
Yeah.
That's how I got into this.
Wow.
hmm
Where did you get your inspiration of
Mine.
now going to audition?
When I was in Mombasa, and I used to, like when I'm on the road, maybe in Nyali Highway, and I used to see people in big billboards, and I told myself, one day when I just want to be on one billboard, one day, because I think I like the fact that people looked pretty then. Then that was the only thing I could think about. Like, oh, they looked so cute in those billboards.
Yeah.
So I didn't get, but I wanted to act. So I got my inspiration that if I start with the commercial bit of it, that I can act small roles.
Yeah.
So I'll go into the bigger roles.
How is like a day when you have a shoot to record?
You actually get picked up very early. You know about that.
Yep.
Yeah, like 3 a.m. or 4. You get picked up very early. After getting picked up, if you have lines, you have to go through the lines, and then you have to execute. Sometimes the director wants some certain form of energy that you
Yeah.
don't have, so you have to find it somewhere in yourself
Yeah.
to have that energy. So yeah, and then after that you shoot, you go home very late. So on a normal day, you actually don't sit. You're actually very busy. You know that, girl.
Yep.
Yep.
Non-stop.
Non-stop.
Come on, take two.
Take two
three,
till they
take
get
500. Okay. Now, when did you start? I know you told me this before we started,
Yes.
but when did you start in the model career?
2013.
7 years
ago.
Honestly, I'm still taking that in. That is long.
Yes.
That is very long, and you've still you're still there. You're still consistent in your work. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
7 years ago. Actually, it was a calendar, an HIF calendar.
What is the secret of staying consistent in your career?
For me, it's just the discipline and what you want, your bigger picture. What is your bigger picture? The same way young girls grow and say, I want to be a doctor, I want to be. So for you to be a doctor, it needs a lot of you putting a lot of work in your books and you know what matters to the bigger picture of you being a doctor. So for me, it's the discipline and consistency. You go to an audition, it doesn't work out, you don't get disappointed, you go on another audition. That consistency and the discipline that you want to achieve a certain thing. So what drives me is the self-discipline that I know I have to put in the work. Putting in the work is going on auditions, putting yourself out there, having good content that will help you land a job.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so what would you tell the people out there, the children, even the adults that would love to be a model, and what would you tell them about being consistent?
So most people have the notion that you have to know someone for you to get a job. That's not the case. You have to audition. When you hear of a audition, you go. And even if you go and you don't get that role, go on another one, because they happen in Nairobi like almost every day. There's an audition. So go to the auditions every time. Be persistent and consistent. Yeah. Once you get audition, you will land a role. And don't speak of, oh, I want a major role, because there are very tiny roles of being extra, like filling a crowd. There are still roles and you've still made it. Put yourself out there, because if you don't, then no one will know about you. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
And find your inner strength. Find what drives you and use that to better yourself.
Guys, make sure you use those tips. Stay consistent. Find what drives you.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. Okay. So, if you had to change your modeling career into a different career, which one would it be?
Hairstyling.
Ooh. Oh. Yes.
I can see you did your
Yes.
two cornrows. Yes. Yes. Another thing I love doing, my hobby, is hair. My hairstylist also.
Wow. I see
Yeah.
you're also a good makeup artist.
Yeah.
When I came to you were a makeup artist. Which big commercials have you done?
Big ones, big commercials, okay. I've done, okay, I told you I did calendar to solve NHIF, and then I've done, I'm trying to go in order, but I've done Neptune with DJ Shitty. I have done Fuliza, billboards. I have done Airtel Google. I have done Choma Picha. I have done Seven Seas. I have done, oh God, I'm forgetting.
What?
There are so many.
Those are very many already.
Yes, there are actually many, so I'm actually trying to see which. I've done Afrigas, I've done Shell, I've been on music videos.
Wow.
I act in Maria as the secretary to Mr. William, as Sarah. My role there is Sarah. I've done, I think I'm forgetting. I need to have a list. I'm forgetting, but yeah, some of the few things. I've styled hair with the hairstyling thing. I've styled hair for DSTV advert. I've done Nandi. I've done the celebrities in Africa. I have Jackie Appiah from Nigeria.
Wow.
I've done there are a lot. I need a list so that I don't forget. But yes, I thank God for the achievements. You always have to be humble. Yes. So what are the biggest project I've done? I think it's the DSTV ad I did last year.
Yeah.
So they bought all celebrities in the whole of Africa. So I got to do all the celebrities in the whole of Africa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. What are your future plans?
My future plans. I want to be an entrepreneur. Yes. Even in the commercial bit of it, I realized actually I come from coast. I realized there are not so many openings in coast than there are in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So one of my plans is having like a big agency in Mombasa,
Yeah.
or not even in Mombasa only, maybe in those counties that are underprivileged. Because you see, like you, when you started doing your commercial modeling, there are kids in all the counties
Yeah.
in Kenya who'd want to be like you,
Yeah.
but you don't have to come to Nairobi to get an opportunity. So one of the things I want to do is have a platform where other talents who want to be in the commercial bit of it, in the styling bit of it, can be auditioned from. They don't have to come from Nairobi. So
Yeah.
just having an agency that will allow that.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. So now that you are a model and many children and even adults would love to be a model because of you, where can they find you?
On Instagram at Pambo_Mel for the commercial bit of it. For the hair bit of it is Pambo_Mel_studio.
Okay.
Yep.
Guys, go check that out. Go check it out. Follow her. Yeah, and you could get more tips maybe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much
Welcome, and thank you for having
letting
me.
me interview you.
Yes, I feel like, why is my baby interviewing me? But it's okay.
Okay, so thank you so
You're
much
welcome.
for letting me interview you. Guys, make sure you use those tips that she has given you, because one day they would come in handy.